The youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
A nine-year-old boy. Diddy violated this boy sexually. Let's get into this. As you guys know, there was just a press conference by a lawyer known as Tony Buzbee, and we're going to touch on him just a little bit at the end of this video. The thing that stood out for me were the minors, 15-year-olds, and then as young as 9 years old that Diddy touched. Imagine, this guy is crazy. And by the way, other top celebrities are going to be named soon. This lawyer from the Buzbee law firm is representing 120 accusers, alleged victims of Diddy, other celebrities, and Diddy's associates, right? They're all going down. They're all going down 2024, 2025, okay? We've been throwing out names like Jay-Z, at least the social media streets, they've been throwing out names like Jay-Z, Justin Bieber, Asha. I've even heard LeBron. I don't know why. To me, he doesn't strike me as a guy who would engage in such things. Jay-Z, for me, it's not far-fetched, right? We need to remember that Jay-Z is not Beyonce. We need to remember that Beyonce is married to Jay-Z, but they're not the same person. Anyway, so let's read what how TMZ summarized this, right? They say Diddy allegedly abused a 9-year-old boy. Diddy is about to be hit with lawsuits for essay and abuse. A Houston-based law firm representing 120 accusers is telling some of their stories for the first time, including allegations Diddy sexually violated a 9-year-old boy. Like, this is beyond sick, especially for a man that has his own children. Remember what I said in my video yesterday when we were talking about Joanne Kelly, R. Kelly's daughter, where there's a documentary that's going to be dropped October 11th, and she seems to imply or insinuate that R. Kelly made sexual contact with her when she was a child, inappropriately, right? So we're waiting for that documentary. I even said yesterday that I'm side-eyeing Diddy because Diddy is worse than R. Kelly, right? And it seems like Diddy has an addiction to sex and drugs. So if R. Kelly could do that to his children, and the mere fact that when Diddy came to turn himself into the feds, they found pink substance, illegal drugs in his hotel room. That's how much Diddy has lost control. Also, Diddy was still doing F-offs in 2024 after the feds had raided his homes. He has no control, right? And I remember saying to you guys that one of the proposals Diddy and his lawyers put up when they were asking for bail the second time around was that they wouldn't allow any woman in his home. But I was like, clearly Diddy is a sick guy. If he can't get to any woman, who would he get to? I'm so scared for Diddy's children. And you guys, you know that his daughters are moving to Los Angeles, right? And I'm wondering, why are they moving away from their beloved father when their father is in New York? He's going to be tried in New York, right? To me, it seems like those girls are saying, finally, they're able to escape. This is my opinion. I think down along the line, as this gets bigger, we're going to hear more disgusting things about Diddy. Because 9 years old? Okay. Let's continue. Attorney Tony Buzbee says a wave of lawsuits will be filed against Diddy in the next 30 days. All right. So October is going to be a big month. including an accuser who claims he was only 9 years old when Diddy and others sexually violated him at the Bad Boy record studio in New York City. Buzbee claims Diddy lured the 9-year-old to an audition with the promise of a record deal and then allegedly sexually violated him. Now, before we continue, how? You see, the parents need to be locked up too. We've seen a new thing being ushered into the American legal system where whenever a child, a minor, gets a hold of a gun, and takes out other people, the parents are now being charged. We saw that, I don't remember the first state that they ever did that, and we've seen that in Georgia in the last, is it just this month, September, or last month, August? One of the parents, the father specifically, is also being charged, right? Second degree. I think parents of this boy need to be charged too. In addition, Buzbee claims his law firm will be filing suit on behalf of other accusers who claim they were minors when Diddy abused them, including another who says Diddy forced them to perform oral on them. Minors, children. It's bad on adults and it's bad on children. Buzbee says another accuser was only 15 years old when they were flown out to New York City to attend a party. Once again, where are the parents of these minors? How is your child being flown from one city to another? Because to me, it just doesn't add up. Okay, they were flown to New York City to attend a party where they were drugged and taken into a private room with Diddy where he raped her before others took turns having their way with her. All of them need to go down. Diddy's bodyguards, Diddy's security, Diddy's chefs, anybody who saw anything and turned the other way, anyone who turned a blind eye, you witnessed a crime and you failed to report it, therefore you need to go down. Especially if you witnessed him doing this to kids. Because, when it comes to adults, you can have this plausible deniability, right? Like, oh, she walked into the bedroom with him, or she walked into the studio with him. So when I saw them naked, I thought she had consented, or I thought she was drunk. Minors or children cannot consent. Bodyguard, maid, cook, hairdresser, whatever, if you witnessed him doing inappropriate things with kids and all you were worried about was your paycheck, you need to be locked in too. Locked up, I mean. Anyway, so a big time lawyer who has sued a bunch of celebrities, including Travis Scott and Chris Brown, Buzbee, claims his clients were graped, aced, and for those that don't know what graped is, just remove the G from the grape, okay? Aced, which is sexually, and sexually exploited by Diddy and his associates. And he says they were typically forced to consume a drink that was laced with horse tranquilizers. I mean,
my horse Bugatti. Ooh, the energy. You're on the set of The Closer to God, making of the video. They ain't did that in a long time.
You know what? You know what else is coming for Diddy? There is no way no one has died from having people ingest such things. You know how big a horse is? These things could kill people. I'm sure it has killed somebody. Murder is coming for Diddy. Take my word for it. Murder is coming for Diddy. Remember Rodney Jones. I'm so passionate about this because I'm angry and I'm shaking. At 9-year-old, 15-year-olds, a boy who doesn't even know what his sexuality is at that point. I mean, the damage that has been done. Just imagine the damage that was done to adults like Cassie. Now imagine children. And now imagine that they were adults who witnessed these things happening and they turned the other way, all for a paycheck. But horse tranquilizers, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You know what? I wonder if that's what was in the baby oil bottles. I wonder if the feds tested the baby oil bottles. I'm sure we're going to learn during trial that was not pure baby oil, maybe a mixture, but definitely not pure. But anyway, it sounds like a massive issue. Buzbee, who's the lawyer, strongly hinted that other celebrities would be named in the lawsuits, and that he said he would be suing anyone who was involved or knew about the alleged abuse and refused to put an end to things. I agree. I don't care if you were a babysitter. There's this saying in Africa that everybody knows worldwide. It takes a village. We've gotten to a point where one man for yourself, God for us all. And that's why kids are continuously abused by adults. Those gymnasts were abused by that doctor because nobody wanted to say anything. But when we live like a community and that it takes a village, these things would not happen as frequently as they do or for as long as they did with Diddy. Diddy had enablers. There's no way he could have done this if a few people called him out over and over again. So once again, like I was saying when it came to Justin was a victim, but I also believe he created some victims himself. That's why Justin is the way he is, because he's done some things too. You cannot be Diddy's friend for a long time and not be an enabler or participated in some of his criminal activities. Just no way. Let's continue. He says, Buzbee said the alleged abuse happened in well-known venues and hotels, as well as private residents, mostly in Los Angeles and New York. And he says the lawsuits will include names that will shock you. Jay-Z, anybody? And don't even come for me. Jay-Z is not an angel. Jay-Z is not clean. Don't even try it. Jay-Z is not a clean guy, okay? Just because he's married to Beyonce, who I love. I love Beyonce, right? But that doesn't mean I get to excuse her husband just because I like Beyonce. No. Jay-Z used to hold brunches every year celebrating him, Diddy, and people like him. Jay-Z and Diddy have been working together for a very, very, very long time. There's no way Jay-Z didn't hear anything, see anything, or participate. Absolutely no way. Now listen, we've been hearing rumors about Diddy for years. We heard rumors about R. Kelly for years. We've been hearing rumors about Jay-Z for years. They finally got R. Kelly. They finally gotten Diddy. And when rumors persist, just know something has to be true. Something has to be true. So don't come here and say, why is someone picking on Jay-Z? Because there've just been too many stories about Jay-Z. Beyonce needs to take care of her assets, needs to separate herself from Jay-Z. A 9-year-old boy. Now, people online are saying that this lawyer is questionable, right? They are calling him an ambulance chaser, right? He's an opportunist when it comes to lawsuits. And that may be true, but if he jumps on this opportunity to make as much money as he can, and these stories are actually true, I don't mind. If he's lying, well, they need to do something with him. But if the stories are true, then I don't mind. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you. This is so disgusting. Until the next video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye.